If you like what you see, hit like and subscribe.
Okay, so I'm out here running the 17. Now this is an Airsoft replica. I've run it so hard that I've lost my front sight post. Threaded barrel adapter. Not really a threaded barrel, it is just simply obviously a 14 millimeter counterclockwise barrel extension. And I've been having some serious issues with this Glock. And there we go. Now, this is a Romeo 5. We're going to do just a couple of basic drills. So I'm going to keep my eye focused on the target. I'm not going to look for my red dot at all. I'm going to present, and then as soon as I see red in the periphery of my vision, I'm still focused on the target, I'm going to pull the trigger. And I'm trying to push the speed envelope here. So, that's bugs all over the place. So I'm going to present from holster, and here we go. And that right there is how I typically will start a warm-up, anticipating pushing the envelope and speed for it to be slightly inaccurate. But that means that if I go to slow down, it is much better. I am finding that without my front sight post, my index is still there, but it would be nice to have another frame of reference. In this replica, I do have 130% spring. Because I like to feel kick. With this heavy red dot, it is kind of necessary because otherwise it's really chunky and clunky. This is a brand new CO2, just for an example. You can see that it definitely has some decent kick to it, especially when you consider here's what a used CO2 feels like or sounds like. There's a little bit of punch, but not quite the same. So now I'm going to draw and shoot on the move, but I'm not going to shoot until I am actually moving. All right. I like to reload like this. Like this. Bing, bing. Good to go. Back in the pipe. All right. Again, all of this practice, my intention is not to watch my red dot. My intention is to look at the target, and the red dot will do what it's going to do, and I am just waiting for it to return back to where there's a red smudge over top of the target. And that's going to be the fastest I can return the gun back without input. So that will guarantee me. So I'm looking at my target, I can barely see my red dot. That's the idea. Target focused. So this entire exercise is going to be trying to be target focused. What does it mean to do that? Right now I'm looking at the target. That is exactly the field of view and the focus. No matter what happens, whatever covers the target, I should still stay with my eyes focused on the target, not just where it goes, but also the depth of field and everything. So if I draw my pistol, I should not focus on the thing that's closest to my face. I should wait for there to be pink or red or orange to cover, okay, that target. And basically, what allows me to do that without staring at my sight is a good index. The index meaning the same point we come back to every single time. Now the index right now, like I know for a fact right now, based on the fact that I'm looking at the target, I can see that in the peripheral of my view, my red dot is smudging orange over top of the target. So that's, again, my eyes weren't moving with the target. I could literally do something like this and wait for my red dot to come in view, and I can still hit the target without it ever taking my eyes off of the target. How does that help? Well, that's an enemy airsoft player. I can watch that enemy airsoft player, and if I'm waiting for that person's head to move or that person to peek a corner, there's no obstruction of my dot or my replica as I'm trying to hunt this person. Plus, it's better field of view, better game attentiveness, and also it allows you to be faster, right? It allows you to be faster with target acquisition, because all I have to do now is look there, and then if I want to change targets, I look there, and then just like a mouse on the computer, you don't have to actually think about moving yourself. Like if I'm going to look at the target, I look, index, right? So I look at the other target, eyes, eyes, eyes. Getting eaten alive. So that's what that's what target focus shooting is. It is a Joel and Ben Steger, so Ben Steger and Joel Park type thing. Check them out. But that's what I'm going to use in my drills today. So my job is to break plane, shoot, break plane, shoot. A little bit of movement. It is not clear on the ground, but I am in a safe place. So again, I am coming from holster. So that's where you might hear that sound. And I'm looking at the target the whole time. If I want to change targets, I have to change my vision first. Vision focused. Change some gas out. Okay, so we're going to go close, far. We're going to retreat, close, far. Try that again. You make mistakes, man. Fumbling happens. So as you saw there, I'm actually having some trouble with this replica, in that it doesn't want to seat into battery every single time. I ran out of gas, tried to fix it. It didn't want to sit in the battery. I think it's getting hung up. It's not dirty. I cleaned it the other day. I have to replace some part in it, but we'll run one more mag. It'll be about 500 rounds, and we'll call it a day. All right. This is hopefully an example of trying to stay target focused. I will miss one or two by pushing this speed if I'm by just a hair, but it is one of those things where we're trying to be as fast as possible so that whenever we slow down, we are still fast. Okay, here we go. Get another draw in. I like to get lots of draws in. That's why my gun's broken. All right, that's it. That's all she wrote. See. There we go. Cool. Hopefully you enjoy going on that ride with me. It was this is what I like to do probably every, I don't know, couple times a week in the warm weather, and it's currently about 70 degrees, so it does very well CO2 wise. It runs nicely. I run 2 magazines. I also make sure that I'm fully, stocked up on stuff in my pew belt, if you will, my battle belt, so that it replicates kind of game day situations. And here's my range. I have lots of different stuff all over the place. I have to clean it up yet for the season, but that's an average spring training session for me. If you guys got anything that you do specifically, let me know in the comments. But, be safe out there, train safely, and try to have yourself some fun, because this is all one big, fun LARP session we like to do. Okay? So don't take yourselves too seriously. Catch you later.